Chapter 9, Problem 16. We have two mutually exclusive projects here. Question A asks if the required return is 10% and the company applies the Profitability Index decision rule, which project should the firm accept? So the profitability index is the present value of the future cash flows divided by the initial investment. So the present value of the future cash flows we can find by using the calculator. So the inputs will be for the first project, your cash flow 0 is 0. Cash flow in year 1 is 27,000. And then F01 is 3. Because we have 20,000 cash flow repeats in year 1, 2, and 3. Then hit enter. I equals 10%. And net NPV CPT, that's gonna give you 67,145. That's the net present value. Now the profitability index will be this number, 67,145, divided by 53,000, which is your initial investment. So it's 1.267. We do similar calculation for project 2, where we have project 2 will have cash flow in year 0 is 0. Then cash flow in year 1, 9,100. F01 is 3. For the interest rate, I put 10%. Hit enter. NPV CPT. The answer is 22,630. 35 cents. So the profitability index is 22,630, 35, divided by the initial investment for project 2, which is 16,000. So it's 1.414. Using the profitability index decision rule, we should accept the project with the higher PI. So between these two project number 2 has higher PI, so we should accept project 2 in this case. Question B in this problem asks to use the NPV decision rule and then to decide which project we should take. So the NPV rule states that we're gonna accept the project with the greater net present value. Using the TI financial calculator, we'll have the following inputs for project number 1 to find the net present value. We'll do your cash flow 0 is minus 53,000. Cash flow 1 is 27,000. And F01 is 3 because it repeats 3 times. Interest rate I, 10%. Heat NPV, CPT, and the answer is 14,145. Now for project B, for the second project, SF0 is minus 16,000. SF1 is 9,100. F01 is 3. Enter I is 10%. NPV, CPT, and the answer you'll get is 6,630.35. So comparing these two values, we see that project A has higher net present value. So according to the net present value rule, we should accept project 1 since NPV is greater. Question C asks to explain why your answers in A and B is different. So in A, if you were using Profitability Index decision rule, we accept second project over first one, but using the net present value, we accept first over second. Using the Profitability Index to compare mutually exclusive projects can be ambiguous when the magnitude of the cash flows for two projects are of different scale. So in this case, project 1 has significantly higher cash flows. So it's almost 3 times larger than project 2 cash flows, and it produces a larger NPV. But the Profitability Index criterion implies that the project 2 is more acceptable. So between these two decision rules, we prefer to use net present value decision rule when we're talking about mutually exclusive projects with different magnitude of cash flows.